Welcome to the Let's Talk with Paula show, where we talk about many topics and we do a lot of different things. And this was my first original show. Remember, Mark? It was Let's Talk with Paula. Okay?
Let's Talk with Paula.
We started with that. And we were able to branch out and do, a church show and do Lady Nighthawk. That's where we give you all that hot stuff that's going on.
But this is prime time.
This is prime time. Let's Talk with Paula. So we want you to know that I missed the mark. It was my fault that I didn't do this in the appropriate month. I promise you next year that I'm going to do it at the right time, okay? Because all the television stations and everybody else have talked about this and that about dogs, okay, or animals. This organization is very unique. And so you've seen them before, but before we had a different kind of audience that was here, so it's a little different tonight. But I want you to explain to us exactly who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name's Heather. I'm the Western Regional Coordinator for Pets on Wheels. This is Mateo. He's a Pomchi. He's 1 year old, and we visit a hospice center, and he sits in bed with the patients there.
And he goes to the library.
Yes, he also goes to the library, and kids read to him too.
Mm-hmm. And you just got a promotion.
I did.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. I wanted to say that. I wanted to give you your due. You just got a promotion. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And so, Pets on Wheels. Tell us what it's about, Mark.
Pets on Wheels is an organization that started many years ago by a doctor.
Mm-hmm. In Sinai Hospital.
At Sinai Hospital, and it was for Heather. Heather can tell the story better.
Well, go ahead, Heather.
So, the doctor at Sinai Hospital thought he thought like how dogs could actually help out with the patients there. So he had a few people come in. And apparently it went well, and here we are 42 years later, so we've been in business for almost 43 years.
And you've been with the organization how long? 11
years.
Okay, you didn't tell people that, okay. So you've been around for a long time, so you know the ins and outs and what the organization is about.
Yes.
And so if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, would you just repeat again for me how they get in contact with you?
So if you visit our website, it's petsonwheels.org. It's relatively new. It's very user-friendly now.
Oh, it wasn't before?
it was a little harder before.
Okay.
Would you like me to talk about how they become?
I want you to talk about whatever you need to talk about.
So if you think your dog is a good candidate for or any other type of animal, he's really interested in this buckle here. I'm going to take this off. Hold on, bud. So we do a temperament screening, and it's basically just, we do this. He just saw himself on the TV. We play with their ears and their face and make sure they're not going to try to bite us. We play with their paws. And we pull on their tail and make sure they're not going to
turn around and bite you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to play right now because he's been sitting here for a while.
And also you just took his little
harness.
His harness off, which actually says therapy dog, and it has Mateo's name on it. This is yours, Mateo, right? And it also says, please pet me, I am friendly. Is this yours, Mateo? Yes. And then on this side, he has a pouch, excuse me, for his goodies and his treats.
That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, and it says Pets on Wheels. So if your dog is accepted or whatever the animal is, and they would have, and don't go out and just buy one of these for your dogs, okay? Because I saw somebody and they bought a thing, they just bought it on Amazon. Please don't do that, because these people take a lot of time to make sure that these pets, not just the dogs, that these pets are trained and they're well trained, so that they can go visit these different places. So don't just go out and go buy one and slap it on your dog, okay? Because you can take it into the airport. Some lady told me that one time at CVS, okay? So I'm just saying, please don't do that. it messes with the reputation of what the organization is about. And if the dog is not trained like these dogs are trained, then what it does is it makes people afraid, okay? So I'm asking you, don't go out on Amazon and buy yourself a dog thing that says my dog is a therapy dog, okay? Because one, that's illegal, okay? Because their name is Pets on Wheels. Okay, I'm not gonna borrow it, it's yours, okay? And they don't just do dogs, okay? Tell us the other animals. I don't care whichever one of y'all want to tell us.
Okay. Well, these are rabbits. We have, and I believe there's 2 other rabbits that are in our organization. And we also have miniature horse, a couple of alpacas. We only have 1 giant turtle now.
Yeah, wasabi.
And we did.
Pig.
Guinea pig.
A few birds.
And a few birds.
So I've been paying attention.
Basically, our executive director, Gina, said that whatever's legal in Maryland, we're willing to temperament screen.
That's important.
So like squirrels, I don't think are legal in Maryland to keep, so.
Well, the dogs are going to run after the squirrels because my dog hates this squirrel that comes in my yard first thing in the morning, and then it goes around to the back of the yard, and he's barking the whole time. I can tell where the squirrel is by where he is in the house.
So
know?
you guys in bed and he just starts barking?
Oh my God. At a certain time of day, the squirrel comes in that yard, and I know exactly what it is because I've gotten up too many times to look to see what he was barking and growling at, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, the squirrel goes around back, I guess to get away from him, right? And then he's in the back door, right? And I see the squirrel out there in the yard, and it's like, okay, I need to take you somewhere to teach you manners, okay?
Squirrel's like, I'm just trying to find something to eat. Leave me alone.
No, but if he got out there,
Yeah.
I think that he would kind of grab at him, okay? I'm
Yeah.
not sure because he's in his territory.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, they're not territorial.
Well, naturally the dogs are and everything. And that's also one of the things that I love about a certified therapy pet is because of their temperament and everything. I don't have to worry about the dogs coming after them if we're at the same event. Okay. Yes, a lot of times the owner of the dog that's with Pets on Wheels is a little leery because they know that naturally the dog wants to chase a rabbit. Okay. However, that's a wild rabbit, and that rabbit knows that rabbit's running away. So the dog has the prey drive
Instinct.
and wants to go after it. These two, since they know that to stay still around dogs, it really starts to confuse the dogs that have that prey drive to go after a rabbit because they're not running. And so the dog first off comes up and, wait, you're not trying to run away from me. Okay, now what do I do? And they start sniffing. Okay, and all of the Pets on Wheels dogs, they will sniff for a while, and then their curiosity is gone, and then we can go on with an event. That's why our organization suggests getting at a event 15-20 minutes early, so that everybody can get that newness out, and then work with the
Other animals.
work with the people that were there to see.
Oh, okay.
So Mark,
Yeah.
do the other bunnies, because you said you have 6, so the other 4 bunnies?
Personally, I have 6. Yes.
Okay. But do the other
They have
4
their own
bunnies?
bedroom. That don't leave that out. They have their own
But do the
bedroom.
other 4 bunnies get jealous because you're like taking these to events? Or?
No, because the first thing that I do when I go in the room is I go in there and pick them up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and the other 4 don't like to be picked up, so
Oh.
they're already like, okay,
Okay.
bye, hero, have a nice trip.
Oh, okay.
So do the other 4 like let you pick them up like when you're giving them treats or something like that, or they just snatch
No.
the treat and go?
They come up to me and they take the treat, and it depends on the treat as to if they snatch and run or if they bite and try to wait there for more.
Do you ever take them out by themselves?
Independently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she is capable of more different events, and also she can handle more different types of people. She can handle severe autism and Tourette syndrome, where he doesn't quite like the Tourette syndrome. That those little short outbursts, after about 10 minutes of that, he's like,
done.
She can handle just about anything. Also, another thing that Pets on Wheels worries about is the bathroom habits. So that's why most of Pets on Wheels events are only an hour or 2 hours. Because the dogs
Have to go to the bathroom.
have to go to that bathroom.
Yeah.
She scares me and my 2 vets all the time, because if she's in working mode, she will not think about using the bathroom,
Oh, okay.
and she'll go 8-10 hours not using the bathroom.
Right.
He will, after 4 or 5 hours, he's like, okay, that's
Let's
it.
go.
Are they litter box trained?
Yes, they
Okay.
are.
So, do they have? I'm trying to figure out why they haven't made one of them poop machines for the dogs. You know, like they have for the cats.
Yeah.
Um,
They're very expensive though. Oy.
yeah, but somebody out there should be able to make them for the dogs. Okay, come on now.
You mean like a litter box?
Not a litter box. If they
Okay.
have a machine that the cats know that they can go up into the thing, do the little thing, and then the machine clean it out.
But that's a litter box. I
Well,
haven't
but-
I haven't
but
heard
see-
of dogs using a litter
No,
box.
no. Well, no, I haven't either. But what I'm saying is that I know it's a litter box, but a litter box years ago, a litter box was really
Yeah.
a little box. But this
Okay.
is a thing that sits up like this. It might sit
Okay.
like this high.
Looks like an
Okay.
egg.
And a cat, and it's like a little private area. It's a bathroom, okay, for the cat, okay. And I know you see no commercial. You probably
Yeah,
just never paid
it's got
attention to it.
litter material in it.
Yes.
And then it just
Turns it.
automatically
You-
scoops the litter
Down
the
into the
used.
It's a
in the
circle.
box in a circle.
Yeah.
So you don't have to touch it, you know, except for to get the thing, the tray out.
I feel
you
like my
know.
cat would be scared to death of that.
Yeah.
My
But
cat's
cats
very
are very
skittish,
sophisticated though, aren't they?
and they're expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
They run about $700. Some of the
Is
top
that
of the
right?
lines ones, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Get out.
These litter boxes. Yeah.
Petco has them for like $699.
Get out.
I'm like, yep, that's nope.
And you still got to buy litter stuff for the litter box.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the box thing, you probably have to buy boxes too,
Yeah,
or
they
whatever,
Put it in there.
or bags. I don't know how that works.
I don't either, but I mean, you know that's what it does. So you know they still have to clean. You know what I mean? So they still have to buy, supplies for the machine. I didn't realize that they were that
For
expensive.
$700, they need to use the toilet.
Yes.
You can train them
You
to use
can
the
train a
toilet.
cat to use a toilet.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You take a pie pan and you put it on top of the toilet, and you just let them start doing that. And eventually you just take the pie pan away. Yeah. Now to teach them how to flush, that would be a whole different story.
But they do have things that the
Yeah.
cats can touch that will trigger the toilet.
The flush.
Yep.
Get out.
My cat likes to drink water out of the tub. So,
Well, yeah.
but she's afraid of the toilet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I won't let my dog drink water out the toilet because I think that they are putting chemicals in the water now. And my dog drinks bottled water. I won't even give him water out the spigot.
He gets filtered water.
Huh?
He gets filtered water. My animals do.
Yeah. I don't give him water out the spigot. I don't drink water out the spigot. I think that they doing something because when I was in the hotel with my water problem, after a while it smelled like bleach.
Yeah,
Okay.
it smells like a pool.
Yes. And then thank you, because my son thinks I'm crazy every
No,
time I tell him that.
I grew up in Baltimore City. Baltimore City water's fantastic. I moved to Anne Arundel County, and I'm like, smells like my swimming pool from when I was a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, tastes like it too.
And I don't drink it because when I started smelling it, I said, no, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole, and I'm not giving it to my dog, okay? Because I said, put the toilet seat down for a few days. You know, go downstairs and use the bathroom. Go back up there and then open it up and see if you don't smell like bleach in your bathroom, you know?
Well, depending on where you're at, I mean, I guess they have to put different chemicals in the water and whatnot. So.
They do. They put chlorine in to keep the pipes clean. They put fluoride in because that's a
For your
health.
teeth.
That's a health thing. And there's a couple other chemicals that they put in.
Yeah.
But this is new. It must have been something that happened that around just before the
Well,
summertime.
it depends on where the water comes from.
Yeah.
Because at the water treatment plants, they're constantly testing the water to determine, you know, like if there's some type of bacteria in it, if there's some, you know, they have to ensure that the water it meets a certain safety standard. So that may be the reason why it may smell a certain way or taste a certain way, because depending on, you know, what's going on with the water, I think that determines like what's put in the water.
Well, I think the other thing
treat it.
too is that going back to what you're saying, is that they also test the water to see how many people got COVID. Okay.
They test the sewage water.
The sewage water.
They taste the
The
wastewater.
sewage water doesn't.
I know it don't touch the other water, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they're doing something with the other water as well,
Yeah.
the wastewater, to see what kind of medicine people taking in their houses and, you know, what's going in the sewage system.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just saying, you know, if you smell like got bleach in your water, then I suggest you boil it, or you buy. Can you boil it?
I don't think boiling does anything to bleach.
Well, don't use it. I'm suggesting to you that you get either your own
The boiling takes any other imperfections out of it.
Because I know a long time ago with something going on, they said if you boil it for 10 minutes, then you can drink it, right? I didn't even go with that when they were telling people to do
that has to do with, like, you know, if they're not able to treat the water at the treatment plant.
Get out.
You know, so, you know, sometimes if the treatment plant may be shut down or something like that, then they'll tell you, you know, there's you got to boil your water.
Boil your water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
kill
do
like
that.
any bacteria or any, you know, any impurities in the water.
I know we got way off the subject, but it is good because the dogs don't need to be drinking that stuff either, okay? Or the pets don't need to be drinking that stuff either, okay? So if you smell like it's like bleach in your water, don't give it to your animals. Okay, and you don't need to be drinking it either. And we don't know whether or not you can boil it and it's safe. So I would suggest that you go out and get some bottled water or something else, okay? Because it's not good for them. They have systems that are sensitive just like we do, okay? And so we don't want to put poison in our bodies. We shouldn't be putting poison in our pets' bodies. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to say we got really off track for a minute. But it was a good thing because people don't realize that and they still drinking that water. Okay.
So Heather, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sometimes people don't necessarily think about their pets for all different reasons. You know, the biggest thing that there is on hot days. Some pet owners don't think about their dogs,
Hydrating their dogs.
Well, not hydrating, but
Their paws.
how hot the
They can get
asphalt
burnt.
is.
Yes.
They don't realize
Yeah.
that you know, if you put the back of your hand, if you put the back of your hand on asphalt, and if you move your hand in 5 seconds, you've burned the pads off of a dog.
Right. And so that's why they have different things in the pet store that you need to be buying. Like I said, I mean, they have all kinds of things that just like humans have, raincoats, coats for the winter, you know, boots. They even got little rain boots, okay? The stuff for the paws that they want you to put on, you know, for the reason that you said.
But just keep the dog in the grass.
Yes. But so hold him and then get him in the grass and put him down, you know. So, you know, these are just some tips that we're just trying to pass along to you, you know, so that you know that if you weren't conscious that you were doing that on those hot days during the summertime, now know. the other thing, wintertime comes, that concrete freezes as well, okay? So it's not just summertime, it's the wintertime. We get ready to come up on winter in a minute, okay? So just think about that when you take your dog out, you know, that ground is cold, it's frozen, okay? In the snow. They might run in it and they play in it and they having a good old time, but when you bring them back in the house, make sure you dry their paws off, okay?
To that, also, the salt that you put down in the road or on your sidewalk, it can really irritate their, the in between of their toes.
Mm-hmm.
It's also it's pretty much poison to dogs, I believe. So I wouldn't let them
Yeah,
eat it either.
if it's not pet-friendly salt, then it's eating away at their
Paws again.
at their paws.
Yeah. Now, you know, you don't have it in your backyard, so that's different, you know, but anything out front where you putting salt and stuff down, it's a reminder. Now, if you didn't know, now you know, okay? During the wintertime and the summertime, you need to make sure that, you know, you think about what it's doing to your pet that's actually walking on that stuff, you know?
He wants to play with the blanket.
Oh, he's having a good time. But see, he's good. Now, he's going to
So
eat
Heather,
that whole
what
thing
are
up.
some of his favorite treats?
He likes chicken.
Okay.
He likes boiled chicken. No seasonings on it. I do put a little bit of cheese on it sometimes. And then I put his probiotics on it.
You know, I didn't know that, but he just reminded me of what my dog does. Soft stuff. That Yorkie, never had a dog that bit on soft stuff. I was sitting down one day because I had some some fuzzy pajamas, right? And he came up and he was biting on the pajamas. Like I said, boy, if you don't get away from here, you know, and like he chewed a hole in it, because I wasn't paying attention that much to him at first. But just like he's doing this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I said, that's a cat thing. I thought. I didn't know it was a dog
Rabbit thing too.
They do the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. But so he taught me something, because none of my other dogs ever did that. They really didn't. But I found a couple of pair, maybe pajamas I just threw on the floor. When I picked them up again, they got little
Holes in them.
holes in them. And I
Yep.
said, ready, you going, buddy. If you touch my pajamas again, out you go, okay? Now, he knows what pound means, so the people that he must have had him before I did, okay? They must have, that word right there stuck, okay? Because that's my go word, okay? Keep on acting like that, you go straight to the pound. And he'll look at me and he'll go in his cage. So that must be a hot topic with him, okay? Like I told you, I'm trying to teach him how to count. One is bad, 2 is good. And he'll look at me, you know. And like they have their own room. He has his own television. So when I go out the house, the television's on.
Right.
And it's always on the educational channel, okay? And then I think some of the bad habits that he gets is from that dog show that he watches. It's cartoons. I think it comes from the cartoons. But
I don't know if it still exists, but there is a dog channel, especially.
it used to be, yeah, the guy that was trained pets.
Well, well, it isn't that. It's for the dogs to
To
watch.
watch TV. Oh, okay.
Yes, and it has all things that dogs would be interested in and everything else.
What, like squirrels, like running across the screen?
Well, not necessarily, because you
backyard.
wouldn't want the dog to go
Run
at the TV.
Right.
But it's things that will interest the dog, and different sounds for the dog and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I can tell which shows he likes and which ones he doesn't. If it's a show that he likes in his cage, right, he'll turn and watch the TV. If it's something he doesn't like, then he'll turn his back to it and lay down and go to sleep. Like, I ain't trying to hear that, you know.
We go to movies in the park, and if they like the movie, they'll stare at the movie. If they don't, they'll stare at the parking lot lights.
Yeah, so I can tell which programs he likes and the ones that he doesn't, you know. But like I said, they're little people. You don't realize they're little people, and they learn just like my dog is smart as a whip. He pays attention to everything, and if he's trying to figure out you locking me out that spot right there, let me show you what I can do. I mean, and we always got a constant battle. He's showing me what I can do, you know. But he's a good dog. They're really smart. And so the biggest thing is that we want you to know that adopt a pet is important as well, okay? Because you see those commercials all the time. But how many commercials do you see about
Therapy pets.
therapy dogs? you don't see about therapy pets because they're not just dogs. Let me take that out of my vocabulary. They're not just dogs. They're different animals that they have, and you do not see that many commercials on television for a therapy pet. And so this is one way I think that I can give back to make sure that they come out, you know, so that you can see that therapy pets are there. And you said that they also have been to other places besides on one of the other shows, besides the library and the nursing homes. It was one thing that sparked his ears that you said that you've actually taken them for.
Oh, the library.
No, not the library. The bar exam.
Oh, the bar exam. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people request us to come out to just provide therapy for people who are taking the bar exam. So we'll go to the Baltimore School of Law. We'll go to other different colleges like Towson University for when they have back to school or their final exams. We've also have been to Sandy Hook. They threw a bunch of us on a school bus and sent us up there. We were on hand for the Key Bridge tragedy and the newspaper.
The tragedy that happened here
the tragedy,
in Maryland.
Yeah.
The shooting that they had some time ago here in Maryland.
A couple years ago. I think it was before COVID.
Yeah.
Or right before COVID, I think.
Yeah. And so, you know, they are a valuable resource. I can't ask for money because, you know, we public access. I can't do that, okay? But I can say to you is to look her up. Go to her website, okay?
Petsonwheels.org.
And make sure you go there, and then you need to look and see whether or not there's a button there or something that says donate. I don't know if they do.
Volunteers,
Volunteers, okay, and they give you other little tips too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know I love you. So go out there and visit the website, you know, and so we want you to become aware that these therapy animals, and name the different kinds, because one of them I would not have in my house. But go ahead, Mark, and tell us the different ones, and I'm gonna tell you which one it is.
You wouldn't want a lizard in your house?
A who?
A lizard?
Oh no.
No?
Oh no.
Okay. Well, we've had lizards.
Okay.
You are very fond of an alpaca.
No, that's the one that's not coming to my house. No, the alpaca. No.
And we also have birds like parrots and parakeets and
A macaw.
a macaw. Yeah.
And a giant turtle, big as this
Giant
table.
turtle. The shell is as big as
The table.
Yes.
Yes.
And a miniature horse, guinea pig, and we have I think 4 rabbits.
Yes.
I absolutely know of 3, but I've heard that there's a 4th.
Yes. So I do want you to, you know, reach out and look at YouTube. You know, tell your friends if they don't live in our area that they should watch this show, okay? Because they would learn a lot about therapy pets. And I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. And I want you, really, from the bottom of my heart, we're going to make this a once-a-year thing, and we're going to have some other pet animal shows too. So we missed out this year, but we're going to be on top of this next year. So with that, we want to say good night before, because I see that, and say good night to my host, okay?
Good night.
And say good night to Mateo. They got to see Mateo. Put Mateo right there so I can see him. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night to Mateo, because he's been very good. And my host of my show, okay? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.